mine.
Luckily for you folks, I actually can remember my name today. All right, category number 1 will be mic skills. How good are you on that old stick? You keep me engaged, do you keep me running to the bathroom with the runs because your promo sucks? Yep, category 1, mic skills. Category number 2 will be mat skills. You're going to give me a good old-fashioned Donnybrook, or you're going to actually show me you know what you're doing in there? Hey, if you do the Donnybrook right, maybe you do know what you're doing in there. Do you tell a good story in the ring? Can you wrestle? That's category number 2, mat skills. Category number 3, the it factor. Are you Terry Bollea, a.k.a. Hulk Hogan, or are you, give me a scrub.
Steve Lombardi.
Steve? The Brooklyn Brawler?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you Steve Lombardi before he becomes the Brooklyn Brawler? Do you have any it factor? All right. Category number 4, my personal favorite, Z back of the baseball card. What kind of championships have you won? You got a Royal Rumble in there for me? You got a Money in the Bank in there for me? You got anything? Have you won something in Puerto Rico, for God's sakes? Give me something. What's on the back of your baseball card? Category number 5, the 5th and final category, the impact on the industry. What have you done? Have you done what Vince McMahon has done, or do you just cut big checks like phony baloney Tony?
Wow.
There it is, folks. The 5 categories for head-to-head. Who do we got today? Speaking of family, you're putting family against each other? That's great.
I mean, I was thinking about pulling one member of one family against the other, but I'm like, let's do an internal family.
That's great. Great
in this
idea.
case, we're going to do head-to-head, The Rock versus Roman Reigns.
You sure we shouldn't have left this till WrestleMania weekend?
Let's get it on.
I'm feeling like we should have.
Let's get it on.
Wow, this is rough. All right. Once again, Spidey, why don't you show me those flashcards so I know where the fuck I am? Anyway, mic skills. That goes to The Rock. The Rock has better mic skills than Roman Reigns. I'm not even debating this one. Blows him away. Although Roman's doing fine. Don't get me wrong.
I would say
The Rock doesn't need Paul Heyman. I'll say that too.
I would say that it's closer. It's getting closer. It's narrowing.
It's never going to be The Rock. My God. It's never going to be The Rock.
It's narrowing.
Yeah, but it's never going to be The Rock.
Well, we just said Cody against Dusty. That was a huge gap.
Yeah.
This is a much closer gap. But
do you think he could ever really close that gap?
Nah, not really.
The Rock just called it. He said it doesn't matter what we think. There's no way. There's no way. I'm giving the mic skills to The Rock. Mat skills. Why don't you give me your thoughts while I really twist in the wind about this one?
I'm going to give this one to Roman. Both aren't great technicians, but Roman, for mat skill purposes, telling a better story, like we discussed in the last one. The Rock tells a better story, but it's a lot closer there. It's not a blowout.
With the modern movesets, Roman may know a little more.
Roman throws his MMA stuff in there. The Rock was,
All right.
I'm going to go with Roman on this. But I could understand if you wanted to go with The Rock.
I don't do this often, but I'm calling this one a draw. Because neither one of them, like you just said, are technicians. There is no one move that Roman does over The Rock, even with the modernized moveset, to make me go, yeah, he's better in the ring. They are, and this is a compliment to Roman, they're very similar as far as what they can do in the ring. I'm going to call this one dead even because I can't pick one over the other.
Luce says Roman is a better athlete.
He is. But don't forget, Dwayne also has the same background as Roman. Dwayne was a Miami Hurricane. He's a pretty damn good athlete,
So you got it 1-0-1. I've got it 1-1.
Right.
Okay, next up.
Sorry to put a draw on it. I just can't pick one. Not there. All right. The next one would be the
it factor.
The it factor. The Rock wins this. He has more it factor.
Agreed.
He does.
Even though Roman has the it factor for this generation,
He does. The Rock is going.
Again, this is a very tough fight for Roman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's going up against The Rock, for God's sakes,
So I agree with you. So I've got it 2-1. You've got it
2-0-1, right.
So you almost got it locked up for The Rock.
I've almost got it locked up for The Rock. So now what do we got? The back of the baseball card?
Back of the baseball card. I give this to Roman.
Well, The Rock can't touch the fact that what Roman has done is
No
the
matter what
longest?
he's done,
What is
everything
the
he's
lo-
done.
This is why I used to defend CM Punk when we would have these sorts of things. So I'm agreeing
Right,
with you.
right.
I'm agreeing with you. This title reign is the longest thing since Hogan. So,
You got a 2-1-1.
Yeah.
I've got a 2-2 going into
Wow.
the final thing. Now, still, you could have a draw,
and you could,
and I could have a Roman win.
or you could have a draw if you call a draw in this last
right,
category.
exactly. Yes, you're correct.
Wow. Impact on the industry.
This is the thing that,
The Rock.
as much as Roman is doing such a great job,
Rock.
he can never,
Yeah.
ever,
No.
ever
No.
achieve what
The
The
Rock.
Rock has done, no matter how his
Totally
career
agree.
ends.
I totally agree.
It's an unfair fight.
Right.
The Rock has
Right. Right.
forever impacted the industry.
Right. Yeah. The winner of this competition is The Rock. And you know what The Rock would have said if he had been here? Finally, The Rock has become a subject on Head to Head.
Roy
finally got to him.
Roy says Roman needed a mouthpiece. The Rock didn't.
Right.
It's good, but
Roman's great,
The Roman doesn't
but-
need a mouthpiece anymore.
No, he doesn't. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. But it doesn't hurt to have Paul there. Nothing wrong with that either. Yep, this is The Rock. The Rock wins this. God, please have them fight each other at WrestleMania, please.
That's true.
Can we get this already? I'm getting tired of this.
Getting
It's like
tired
every
of
year they keep fucking waving it in front of us. It's like,
All right,
do it
guys,
already.
it's 8:18. I'm going to pick up Tony. He'll be in studio, and we're going to shoot for a 9 o'clock start. Might even start a little earlier if that's the case. So please hang in there. Tony's got a special gift for you for Christmas.
For me?
So, no, well, for
I was
the
going to
fans,
say,
for
I'm
the
getting
fans,
nervous
yeah.
already. Okay.
For the fans,
All right.
and it's great to have Tony back. I will tell you that was this Larson Markov says he misses Dan. Larson, I don't know if you go visit Dan's Boston Wrestling site. Again, it's a sad way that he ended his life. He says, Monty DeFaro, glad to see you guys. Yeah, glad to see you. It's a sad ending. I keep thinking, like, did Dan not feel well? Why didn't he go to the doctor? Like,
No
I'm thinking to myself
idea.
all these things.
I
Like,
never even met the guy, so I have no idea what he was dealing with in the final weeks of his life. I have no idea. None.
I just think, like, I wish he would have went to the doctor. You know what I mean? I feel bad. Like I said, I didn't know him either. I talked to him once.
I was there when you talked to him.
Yeah, I didn't get along
think.
with him, and that's clear. But that's not even the point. The point is, I just
nothing.
think, like, oh, geez, dude, you should have just went to the doctor if you weren't feeling
Well, if I had gone to the doctor, they wouldn't have had to take out 2 feet of shit. So
Jason
I agree.
says
Go
that
to the
was
doctor.
fun. Again, I
Thanks, Jay.
want if you
Thank you.
missed the Maven interview,
Oh, it
I'm
was
telling you, it was
great.
golden.
He's awesome.
But please hang in there. We're doing a 9 o'clock special with the great Tony Atlas. I'm going to pick him up once we just close down this show. I want to thank you guys for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the greatest wrestling families, and I hope you enjoyed